Good afternoon, I'm Coach Bubba. I've been high school Mariner head coach for the last 2 years. I've been with the program for the last 8 years. I was 6 years under Coach Burke on helping develop the program to be champions.
My name's Taylor O'Donnell Bacher, and I am an assistant coach and helper outer. First year I coached was 2007-2008 season. I helped out. I was an assistant coach, and since then I've coached off and on volunteering since then.
Coach Chris Perk. I've been the assistant coach here the last 2 years. I was the head coach for about 12 years before that, and then I also wrestled for Homer High School in the early 90s. Well, right now it's, I think, building a culture in our community that, many of these kids we've been coaching since they were in second grade. And so this year with Wayne and Luca and Seth Inama, Jaden Mann, these guys have been a part of the program for many years. And I think the reward is seeing them grow as individuals, becoming good members of our community, and growing as people, and hopefully helping them achieve their goals each day.
The most satisfying part of the job is definitely seeing the wrestlers develop their wrestling ability and them develop their whole personality and work ethic, even outside of wrestling. So seeing that happen throughout the season, throughout the years, throughout, the decade that I've seen some of these wrestlers wrestle, that's definitely the best part.
The biggest challenge of coaching is trying not to get over personal with the kids, because there's a lot of drama with teenagers, but trying to push them through the hardships of going through their changes of life to become young men and women.
Well, I think twofold. One was dealing with the injuries and trying to make sure that the kids are getting their proper rehab. We had to find physical therapists. We had to make sure that they still mentally stuck with it. Easily they could have probably just quit and moved on to whatever they had going on. I think the challenge too of the freshmen understanding what a long wrestling season is about. And sometimes I wonder if we shouldn't have given them a day off here or there, but our mentality is you come every day, you're giving 100%. And so trying to keep everybody motivated at a high level was definitely a challenge this year. Well, I think that's one of our keys to the success. The community has definitely been a part of this, whether it's the Popeye Wrestling Program, the Anchor Kings, our middle school. We have tons of community members that come in and be a part of it. Coach Adam Diaz comes every day. He opens the weight room every day. He's totally a volunteer coach. We've got Taylor O'Donnell been coming in, working with the girls here this year a lot more. And she's, a former Olympian wrestler. Simeon Daigle is a former wrestler. So yeah, we have people from the community coming in actively coaching. We've got businesses like the Best Western Badarka, who sponsors our Round Robin Rumble every year. And then we've got community programs like Popeye Wrestling that the kids at a really young age can be a part of. And then we also partner, with the Anchor Kings. And so those two groups together, I think, has been a big piece of why this group has been successful.
We will win state. There's no shot about it. Positive attitude, positive performance.
Our chances at the state tournament, and a lot of people know I'm a realist, like this is the situation. You've got the defending state champion, the Bethel Warriors. They've won it 2 years in a row. And this year, we have teams to deal with like Glen Allen and Dillingham, and both those teams are bringing about 12 wrestlers to state, and we have 11. And so I think all 4 of those teams are legitimately in the hunt. I truly believe that our big guns can go out there and get the job done. We're hoping our number 1 seed, Seth Inama, Wayne Newman, Luciano Fasulo, Mose Hayes, Jaden Mann, those guys can work their way into the finals. They're going to earn enough points to bring home a state championship.
name is Wayne. I am a senior. I am wrestling 140, and I've been wrestling for 13 years. The biggest match that stood out in my high school career was my freshman year when we dueled Colony, and I was the only one to win the match. My favorite thing about wrestling is probably the tournaments when we get to compete. Once you step out on the mat, really, it's almost like tunnel vision. Like, you just go through whatever comes to you.
My name is Jaden Mann. I'm a senior. I wrestle heavyweight. I get my inspiration from my other opponents, kind of just looking at them and like, I'm going to go out there and do my best. Matches in my career that stand out, probably sophomore year, I was wrestling in the state finals. I lost, which sucked, but it was a cool experience. My goal for the season is to take state, hopefully get a team title, but yeah.
Luciano, I'm a senior, and weigh 135. Where do I get my inspiration? Probably from like college athletes and professionals. My goal for the season is to finally compete after being injured, win state.
My name is Stefan Nema, 125 pounds, a senior, been wrestling for 6 years. My favorite thing about wrestling is just the hard work and the grind. I get my inspiration to wrestle by my coaches, these college athletes. The goal for the season is take first in state.